strike disrupts school hours. Cabinet approval too late, pending salary adjustments for teachers. And inside a heist, THTA urges Castara retreats to look inward. Good evening, I am Lavian Cupid and you're locked into the Tobago Updates Television News for Tuesday, 27 January 2026. Now to our top story this evening. Strike action across the island brought the school day to a grinding halt for several Tobago institutions. Earlier today, normal operations were replaced by scenes of early dismissals and crowded school gates as administrative and teaching staff withdrew their services. Students were observed departing school grounds throughout the morning hours after the industrial action made it impossible to continue scheduled classes. Parents were forced to adjust their work days as the disruption rippled through the island's education system.
Anonymously, some teachers have reported that the reason for their strike this morning is because of the increase in NIS payments and not an increase in their salary that they have been owed from since April of 2025. This silent protest is a call for the government and for tutor representatives.
Attempts to contact Tutor Tobago Division Representative Dion Rodriguez were unsuccessful, while outgoing Representative Braden Roberts said he was unaware of any protest or industrial action taking place at the affected schools, end quote.
Currently at the Signal Hill Secondary School, where we can clearly see some students are outside the compound, it has been reported that there is a strike with the teachers. Braden Roberts, tutor representative for Tobago, noted that he did not know of any strike and he does not know any reason why some teachers have not shown up to school today.
The primary driver of the recent disenchantment is said to be the delayed implementation of the April 2025 salary agreement. In April 2025, tutors signed a 5% salary increase for the 2020-2023 period, structured as 1%, 1%, and 3%. Despite the agreement, payments were not immediately processed due to a change in political administration and fiscal shifts. The Chief Personnel Officer, CPO, indicated that back pay and the new salary rates were aimed for distribution by late January 2026. However, the long wait, compounded by new taxes and a higher cost of living, has left many teachers financially strained and frustrated. Less than a day after the cabinet sanctioned revised wages and employment conditions for teachers, schools across Trinidad and Tobago experienced early dismissals as educators staged a strike on Monday. The action comes in the wake of negotiations between the Chief Personnel Officer and the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association, TUTA, which covered the period from October 1st, 2020 to September 30th, 2023. In a statement issued on January 26th, 2026, the Ministry of Education confirmed that all relevant documentation for the approved salary increases, consolidated allowances, and benefits has been completed. The adjustments are now processing through necessary administrative and financial channels for formal implementation. The ministry emphasized that steps are being taken to ensure the timely release of the approved payments in accordance with public service procedures and urged the teachers to remain patient as these processes are finalized. For years, the Castara Retreat has been a symbol of island peace and a sanctuary where doors were often left unlocked and trust was the local currency. But this past weekend, the sanctuary was violated. Sometime between Saturday evening and Sunday morning, the quiet of the hillside was replaced by a calculated heist that has left the management and the community reeling. More in this report from Martina Renales Salazar.
Investigations are intensified following a weekend burglary at Castara Retreats, where thieves made off with a significant haul of local and foreign currency. Between Saturday afternoon and Sunday morning, 2 wall-mounted safes were breached, resulting in the theft of over 22,000 TT dollars and nearly 9,000 of mixed foreign currency. Entry was reportedly gained through an unlocked glass window. Responding to the incident, President of the Tobago Hotel and Tourism Association, Reginald McLean, suggests the crime may not be random. McLean noted that because the perpetrators knew the exact locations of 2 separate safes.
Well, firstly, Castara needs to look inward because that seems to be the possible insider information. If they knew exactly where the safes were in 2 different places, that to me sounds like somebody knows something there. So they need to look inward at their own employees.
He warns that as the national crime rate trends upward, tourism stakeholders must adapt their safety plans to meet the evolving threat. According to McLean, simply hoping for the best is no longer an option. Rather, businesses must proactively integrate more robust security features to protect both their assets and their reputation.
Okay, does Castara Retreats have their own security? Most properties do have security, so that's something they may have to look at. What people have to remember is when things get worse in a country, which is what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago, crime does pick up. So you have to put more things into your plans to get these things to get better.
Following the murder of United States citizen Chris Brown back in November, whose body was found with stab wounds along Castara Depot Road, attention has shifted to the vulnerability of Tobago's guest houses amid a changing criminal landscape. ACP of Police Mahalia Bacchus confirms that police are continuing their investigations. Martina Renales Salazar reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Up next, TNT welcomed 373,000 visitors in 2025. Stay with us.
Tobago. It's Carnival. The vibe. The event space, formerly known as Shade, for the court Tobago, said, let's celebrate Carnival. Bring your coolers every Friday and Saturday, starting from Friday the 30th of January till Carnival week, and pay $50 at the door with your cooler all night. No ice, no chaser allowed. Top DJ and artists passing through every Friday and Saturday. To pre-book your cabanas, call 369-6414 and 394-3612. Or email iwamg@gmail.com. And this promotion is going on until Easter. Gates open at 9 p.m. It's rum. It's bacchanal. Bring your coolers and come.
Been down this road before. All that left is rum and bacchanal. This is Carnival.
Quartz is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Quartz Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
You come in. Long time I see you. This station complete. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Steven to see about them. Yeah. Total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about that. You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla? I thought it's your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before you ramage, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and the service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At DIGICEL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Trinidad and Tobago's tourism sector closed 2025 with gains. The Central Statistical Office reports 373,027 air and sea arrivals, an 11% jump from 2024. Here are the details in the story.
With more than 373,000 visitors arriving by air and sea last year, 6 in 10 came from North America. Over 221,000 travelers chose the Twin Island Republic. But here's what's more important. The Caribbean region itself is coming back. CARICOM arrivals jumped to 77,748, a 37% surge that signals renewed regional connectivity. The recovery isn't uniform, though. Unlike Jamaica or Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago doesn't lean heavily on tourism. Energy drives the economy. That makes these gains more strategic than essential. Still, patterns are shifting. Government investments in airport upgrades and sustainable tourism initiatives are paying off. European markets contributed 48,000 visitors combined. Asia, Africa, and Latin America showed steady, if modest, growth. The real question for 2026 for the newly appointed Secretary of Tourism, Antiquities and Creative Industries, Assembly Member Zarisha Hackett, is, can Tobago convert visiting friends and family, still the top travel purpose, into longer stays and bigger spending? The infrastructure is improving. The challenge now is turning arrivals into economic impact. Jewel Green George reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
A sobering assessment of the global and local political landscape is making waves on social media. Political leader of the People's National Movement Tobago Council, Ansel Dennis, has taken to Facebook to warn that democracy is currently facing a, quote, pattern of decay, end quote, where confrontational styles are increasingly being rewarded over principled leadership. More in this report from reporter Martina Ronales-Salazar.
The analysis shared by Dennis points to a, quote, pattern of decay, end quote, modeled after the political style of Donald Trump. He suggests that truth is no longer a requirement for success and that corruption can be masked by tribal loyalty and grievance. This template, as Dennis describes it, is no longer just a foreign phenomenon. The critique takes a sharp local turn as Dennis alleges that leader Kamala Persad-Visasa is mirroring this inflammatory style. The warning suggests that when politics becomes about constant confrontation, the casualty is national progress. In this environment, institutional norms are discarded and accountability becomes optional. Central to this erosion, according to Dennis, is the role of social media. He highlights how digital platforms accelerate division, emphasizing the quote, loudest voice over the wisest one, end quote. It paints a picture of a system designed to reflect the people's will, but now being used to amplify fear and outrage. Perhaps his most urgent point centers on the vulnerability of our local systems. Dennis warns that in smaller democracies, the damage of inflammatory politics is felt much faster. He suggests that the real danger lies in, quote, quiet normalizations of lies, end quote, noting that by the time we recognize the loss of our democracy principles, it may already be too late. The post serves as a direct challenge to the electorate, suggesting that the quality of governance is a reflection of what citizens choose to reward. It's a call for a return to character and competence before the quiet erosion of institutional trust becomes irreversible. Martina Renales-Salazar reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
The news continues in a moment, but why wait? You can follow every story, every update at any time. Join the conversation and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Don't miss a beat. We'll be right back with some news of sports.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. Rooted in connection, driven by community. It's who we are and the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Hair goals, we've got them. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy, for queens who know exactly what they want.
come in. Long time I see you, Joe. This station pumping. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Stephen to see about them. Yeah, total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about that. You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla? I thought it's your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before you ramage, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
Welcome back. Kicking off with some news of sports on the island. Cricketers arriving at Roxborough for the weekend found themselves sidelined as the opening day of the domestic season was stalled by an unprepared surface. The TCA notes that while several assurances were given over the last month, the technical requirements for the pitch were not met. More in this report from reporter Martina Renales-Salazar.
The Tobago Cricket Association has condemned the condition of the pitch at the Sid Greig Sporting Complex in Roxborough on the opening day of the 2026 domestic cricket season, saying teams were not met with a surface that fell far short of expectations. TCA President Kerwin John said the association submitted fixtures well in advance and provided specific requirements, including adequate covers for the pitch and run-ups, after repeatedly communicating its needs to the Department of Sport, starting with a letter on December 10th and followed by weekly calls in which officials assured readiness. Despite these assurances, the pitch was still not properly prepared for the start of the season.
The TCA would have communicated its requests to the Department of Sport via writing on December 10th. In that request, we would have informed the division of the grounds we are proposing to use for the 2026 season and the starting date of the season. We also followed up after we wrote to them. We followed up via weekly phone calls, and we were given all assurance.
The issue isn't just the grass, it's the expertise. John says they specifically requested grounds with trained pitch attendants and staffing. Moving to empty grounds without these specialists simply isn't an option for professional play. With a 2026 calendar already described as packed, there's no easy fix. Matches are now being rescheduled for later dates.
The grounds that we would have requested for use, those grounds are the grounds that have the necessary staffing, pitch attendants and so on, to get the pitch prepared. So going to other grounds with no staff really don't make any sense. What we would have to do is reschedule those games to a later date. We have a packed 2026 cricket calendar, so it would affect us in some way or the other.
The ball is now firmly in the court of the Department of Sport, with a congested season ahead and no specialized staff to prepare alternative grounds. The TCA's calendar is hanging by a thread. Whether these weekly assurances finally turn into match-ready pitches remain to be seen. Martina Renales-Salazar reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
FC Phoenix Football Club, which originated in Bonaccord, Tobago, has welcomed a new head coach, James Beard, whose vision is firmly set on taking the club beyond the shores of Trinidad and Tobago. The appointment signals a new chapter for the club with a renewed focus on development, competitiveness, and regional and international exposure. Here are the details on this story.
James Beard, head coach of FC Phoenix, has quickly made his mark in football, focusing on rebuilding team confidence and fostering strong player-coach relationships. Since taking charge, he has guided his team to early victories and is steadily moving them up the league table. Beard emphasizes unity, performance, and resilience, earning praise for his leadership both on and off the field.
My first goal obviously was to come in is to get the team back confident, to get the team being able to compete and win. And we've obviously done that now. We've got 3 victories. It was tough. We got our first victory at the beginning and then obviously we had a little lull, but obviously I had to get to know the players had to get to know me. And I think short term obviously was to consolidate. And now that we're starting to get points, we can move up the table a little bit and hopefully, obviously, make sure that we don't get relegated, which obviously is a key point. And then as we go forward for next year, there's a lot of things I want to be involved in on and off the field to help structure the team.
Beard emphasized the aim is to remain competitive and secure a top 3 finish in the league. He noted that discussions with club president Mr. Terry have included the long-term goal of qualifying FC Phoenix for CFU competitions, an achievement yet to be realized by the club. With proper recruitment, strong structures, and tournament exposure, he believes the objective is within reach, adding that his experience and international connections could help open pathways to regional and international competitions.
We would love to obviously go in and compete, finish top 3 in the league, and then obviously I spoke to the president, Mr. Williams, Terry, about this, that it'd be great if we could get obviously Phoenix into the CFU, which is obviously it's a huge goal down the line. It's never been done, obviously. But if we recruit properly, if we get the proper structure in place, and then there's also tournaments. So, for example, because of my background in networking, I have a lot of international competitions, international people that I work with.
With renewed confidence, clear goals, and a strong vision for the future, FC Phoenix appears poised to continue its upward momentum as the club works towards establishing itself as a competitive force both locally and on the regional stage. This is Aliyah Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Thank you, Aliyah, for that sports wrap. Moving on to current affairs in January, in a January 26th, UNC press conference, Finance Minister Devendranath Thakur moved to calm market nerves after rising speculation about the country's foreign exchange position, particularly addressing rumors linking the government to the International Monetary Fund and claims of an impending currency devaluation. Reporter Joel Green-George has more on this story.
In a major reassurance to consumers, businesses and international investors, Finance Minister Devendranath Thakur Sunday ruled out any plan to engage the International Monetary Fund for a structural adjustment program and categorically denied that the valuation of the Trinidad and Tobago dollar is being considered.
Absolutely. This government has not approached the IMF for any structural adjustment mechanisms. The IMF is due in Trinidad and Tobago, I believe, next week. But that's part of their normal article for consultation in which they look at the economy, look at the initiatives of the government, and make an assessment of how things are going. This government is not taking advice from the IMF. We don't need it.
Facing months of public debate around exchange rate policy, the minister's comments underscore efforts to maintain economic stability and confidence in the local currency at a time when Trinidad and Tobago's economy is growing at a subdued pace. recently projected at only about 1% in 2025 and 1.2% in 2026 by the IMF, well below the Caribbean average of 3.6%. Tanku also dismissed persistent social media narratives about a forced drop in the TT dollar.
There has been no devaluation, and the fear-mongering of the PNM, I almost said race-baiting, but that's a factor too. The fear-mongering and the race-baiting of the PNM is a desperate attempt to cover up their misdeeds.
Stable exchange rate policy is widely seen as critical for Tobago's tourism sector, imported costs, and business climate, as a weakened TT dollar could make essential imports like food and medicine costlier, a concern in regional economies where foreign exchange availability is already strained. Economists say safeguarding the currency peg helps to maintain consumer confidence and supports the Twin Island states' economic resilience without resorting to IMF programs or abrupt devaluation. I'm Jewel Green George for Tobago Updates Television News.
More news and the weather report when we return. Stay with us.
Tobago, it's Carnival. Dubai, the event space formerly known as Shade, for them called Tobago, said, let's celebrate Carnival. Bring your coolers every Friday and Saturday, starting from Friday the 30th of January till Carnival week, and pay $50 at the door with your cooler all night. No ice, no chaser allowed. Top DJ and artists passing through every Friday and Saturday. To pre-book your cabanas, call 369-6414 and 394-3612 or email iwamg@gmail.com. And this promotion is going on until Easter. Gates open at 9 p.m. It's rum, it's bacchanal. Bring your coolers and come.
Been down this road before. All that left is rum and bacchanal. This is Carnival.
Hey, as you come in. Long time I see you. This station pumping. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Steven to see about them. Yes. Total waste. So I supposed to stay home the whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about that. You just leave Jada to see about Kira and Kayla. I thought it's your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before you ramage, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. Rooted in connection, driven by community. It's who we are and the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there, down in Tobago.
Welcome back. The wait is officially over. Today, the Tobago Festivals Commission unveiled Tobago's high-octane 2026 pre-Lenten Carnival calendar, confirming the island's transformation into a cultural epicenter this February. In a season expected to bolster local tourism following last year's visitor surge, the National Carnival in Tobago kicks into gear this Friday, January 30th, with the Interdepartment Personality and Calypso Competition Street Parade. Carnival Monday's dawn belongs to Juve in Roxborough and Crown Point, before Mud Mass and the Parade of the Bands take over the Eastern District. The revelry shifts to Scarborough on Tuesday, February 17th, where traditional Old Mass meets contemporary costume portrayals. Organizers are adding Collar Hall to the Tuesday Juve circuit, expanding the festival's footprint. With Calypso and Steel Pan competitions already fueling the build-up, officials urge travelers to finalize bookings now as the Sister Isle prepares for its most inclusive showcase yet. And now we take a look at the weather report from the Trinidad and Tobago Met Office for the period tonight and tomorrow. The Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service has advised that fair and at times breezy conditions are expected tonight across Trinidad, Tobago and the remainder of the Lesser Antilles, with isolated light to moderate showers, particularly near hilly and southern areas. Tomorrow will remain generally fair, though brief showers may develop at times, especially over elevated and southern districts, with the breezy intervals continuing. Overnight temperatures are forecast to fall to around 22 degrees Celsius in Piaco and around 24 degrees Celsius in Crown Point, while daytime temperatures are expected to rise to about 31 degrees Celsius at Piaco and 30 degrees Celsius in Crown Point, with heat index values near 34 degrees Celsius, making it feel warm to hot during the afternoon. Marine conditions will remain moderate, with open waters experiencing waves between 2 and 2.5 meters, while sheltered areas will see seas near 1 to 1.5 meters. Mariners are advised to exercise caution. Sunrise is expected at 6:29 and sunset at 6:08. And that's it for a look at the weather report for the period tonight and tomorrow. And that's all the time we have for tonight's Tobago Updates television news, giving you a recap before we go. Teachers' strike disrupts school hours. Cabinet approval too late. Pending salary adjustments for teachers. And insider heist. THTA urges Castara retreats to look inward. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Lavian Cupid, wishing you a pleasant night.